Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yo, mic check, step in close. We came to talk, we came to boast. Small show, big dreams, big smoke. Every word hit hard when we close. Mr. Phoenix in the frame, velvet glides, then takes the lane. Lil Mac got that quick fire flame. 3 names, 1 wave, 1 game. Say it loud, lean in now. Watch us turn, tiny room, huge sound. Let's talk the biggest small show.
Hey, what's up? It's a Wednesday night at 7
Hello.
Eastern Standard Time. We've got Little Mac and Velvet the Brat with us. We got the whole crew this time. That is freaking awesome.
Yay!
We have got a wonderful show. And I just don't want to explain everything that she's been in, but she has been in a lot of stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her in now. It is Mindy.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Mindy. Hi, Mindy.
Hello.
How is everybody today?
Doing good.
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Good. It's been really sunny amongst the smoke. I don't know if you guys know this, but it seems like the whole West Coast is on fire.
That's how it is in Minnesota right now,
Yeah,
too.
I'm in
Like
Oregon,
up north.
so-
Yeah. Oh.
I used to live in California, so in the northeastern part by Lake Tahoe in the mountains, and there was a lot of smoke up there. Sometimes,
Yeah, I mean, Washington seems to be on fire. Oregon's on fire. And then there's numbnuts that are just lighting the fires. It's like, can you
Right.
chill on that? I mean, do we really need to burn everything down? Jesus. I mean, I know that there is a song called Burn It All Down, but do we really need to
Right.
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 Let's just hope Florida. Well, Florida's flooding. We're flooding.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Can we?
all the rain.
We
and
need
everything
it. We
else.
need it. Bring it up to the
Bring the
Midwest.
fires over there.
We need the rain.
All of a sudden, you see gators coming out the freaking canals and shit.
What, flaming gators. That would be interesting. So, all right. I know the first thing that we were talking about when we got the interview is because I got Will on.
Yes, for Killer Pizza Man.
Correct. And then I had Miss Mary, but she had to bail out because she wasn't for sure she'd be in Japan or not.
Wow.
So, do explain a little bit of your part that you do. Can you explain much of your part?
So we haven't gotten the script yet. So I am
So it's
either
a
going to be a
mystery.
sheriff or I'm going to be an agent. And that is all I've been kind of told. But the premise is that there's somebody who dies and they're out for revenge, basically. And then the pizza man kind of arrives on scene. And so I'm not exactly
pizza
sure
man.
how Will's going to be writing this.
The pizza
So
man.
we're kind of just waiting to hear from him, and I'm just going with the flow. Go with the
Right.
flow, yo.
Right.
So, how was? I believe you were in Clown Motel.
Clown Motel 3. I was in. Actually, just did a documentary for veterans, and it's called
Nice.
Cooking with Fire, and it's inspired by 2 veterans, myself and a really good friend of mine. She was in a couple different wars. And I went to Bosnia, Croatia, and Hungary. I was stationed in Germany. And basically, the documentary is all about 2 people from different lifestyles come together. And the ultimate goal is to basically finish the meal. And so we're cooking the whole time and discussing like some things that had happened to us. And for me in my role, I'm generally known as the people's advocate. I've been a medical researcher for 31 years now. I'm a nurse.
Oh, wow.
I'm a nurse with the state of Oregon. So I work with people with severe intellectual disabilities, pretty much only, they have to pretty much be nonverbal, non-moving, or like have G-tubes and trachs and stuff like that.
We both kind of work with kids in that department for schools. She does elementary kids. I do high school kids. I'm a DC at my high school, the high school that I went to. So it's ironic, but yes, I I work with students in wheelchairs that are completely nonverbal, have those GI feeding tubes and stuff. Ones that are wheelchairs, but they can also kind of stand up and stuff. So I'm changing.
Well, they have these new technologies too that they can like actually stand them up. And I was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yeah.
And then there's this one girl who can't really walk, and they stick her in it. Well, they put her in it. I should say, they put her in it, place her in it, and then they strap her in.
Yep.
And then she can literally walk with it. And I'm like, holy crap! Like the technology,
it costs a fortune.
It is so amazing. And so I wrote my children's book actually for people that were disabled, in the thoughts of people that were disabled first. And then it kind of veered off and went into police departments and sex trafficking, human trafficking areas, and family advocacy groups. So the children's book is basically about don't steal, don't take what's not yours, how to create friends in a win-win situation so that everybody wins. What I do has an effect on myself and everybody else around us, and then to bring consciousness to us. And the most important, which is listen to your intuition so that they don't get taken, abused, or kidnapped.
Yes.
Do you have a really good artist? Because I've got like 3 children books that I need, and I have no artist.
Well, other people keep telling me that AI is pretty good. I couldn't figure it out. So I asked my friend to do it. and he's the one who published me. So, I mean, I've known him for 6 or 7 years, and he's like crazy busy. And then that's the one who put on the documentary for us as well. And he basically put the documentary on because there's so many people that kept saying that they would do things for her and I, and they just fell short. And, you know, between both of us, we were very irritated and very frustrated with the process, you know, because it seems like in this industry, especially in the independent world, people will say, you know, oh, I want you to come play this, or I want you to come do this, or I want you, and then it either doesn't get funding, or they fall short, or they forget to tell you that they're not doing it anymore. You're like, oh, hey, are we still working on this? So, I mean, I had to like catch up with somebody in the UK, and I was like, hey, I know you asked me like a year and a half ago if I'd be a voiceover. Are you still wanting that? I mean, I see there's words on this script. So he's like, yeah. I just want you on the end part though. I'm like, okay, just making sure that we're still on, because I mean, it's been a year and a half.
So do you mind showing us and telling us a little bit about your children's book?
Yeah, so this is the children's book, and I wrote an autobiography as well. It's called A Dragon's Voice.
Nice.
That's so
and
cool.
It's for ages 12 and under. And this is my autobiography, which is ages 12 and above, called Resilient Warrior. Both of them are on Amazon. They're also at Walmart and Barnes & Noble, but most people get them on Amazon. And like I said, I love this little guy. His name is Sebastian, and the frog's name is Jesse. So they're kind of adventuring off and going into different areas. And then what's great about this book is that on almost each page that has a lesson, it's in bold. My problem when I was learning, or, you know, I still struggle with reading comprehension as well. But when I was reading, I couldn't understand like what was going on from one page to like the next, or I'd forget by the time I got to like mid something. I was like, I have
the same issue. I have the same issue.
Yeah, so what we did is we actually made the lessons in bold, and it was like one sentence that would make it like, okay, this is what you need to learn, and this is the most important, so you can get the message out. And so what I was teaching the parents is, when you're reading this to your kids, have them also look at, you know, the pictures on the next page. So the words are on one page and the pictures are on the next, so that you can see, are they really understanding the actual lesson, and are they understanding what's going on in that actual page and pages we're doing?
Nice. I like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the forgetting part that you're talking about.
Yeah. And then my autobiography is basically, you know, I've overcome much abuse. mental, physical, sexual, and incest survivor as well. And then military. I was bedbound for 3 years and 8 months. So I inspire people to basically get up off their butt and move and do whatever you can to overcome these things, and make sure that people understand that had these things not happened to me, I wouldn't be who I am today, but I'm also the people's advocate. I can go into multiple areas and, be non-judgmental and say, hey, why don't we look at this part of it? I went to a dilapidated house the other day, and there was just so much abuse to this little girl that it was really sad. It was probably one of the saddest cases I've dealt with as of yet. She was in Oregon. It gets super cold, by the way, like sometimes sub-0 degrees. And
it gets like -40 here.
Yikes! Okay, not that cold. So there was a barn that she was living in, and the barn was kind of open and like spots that were just like literally you wouldn't even put an animal in this thing. And so it just reminds me every day of like what I want to do and what I would love to keep doing is any of the films that I do past this one is I just want to make a difference. If I'm there, make a difference, whether it's, small or large, really. And wherever I go, wherever I travel, I'm supposed to be possibly going to Texas as well, doing a women's retreat so that we can get women out there in Texas and basically whoever wants to fly in basically can go. It's in December 11 to 14. And just to teach women like how to shoot a weapon, how to, go camping and do, kind of just things that are not traditional things that, most women do. So it's like shooting on a range, sitting around a campfire, me doing public speaking, and then going off-roading, which is really fun. I think, in my opinion, I think it's really fun. So there's just different dynamics that I've been able to kind of reach through. And I find that sometimes my nursing plays really well in films. And then sometimes it goes against my own brain because I'm like, you can't do that in real life. And I'm like, oh, that's right. It's a film. I have to remind myself, okay, get off your medical hat. This is okay. Or then they'll ask, like, so how do we really do this? And I'm like, this way. But I've also got military experience too. So, I mean, when anybody's watching something in their military, boy, are they very like concrete about what should be it look like, like somebody has laces out of their shoes, they're like going bazonkers over the shoes. It's like, dude, just watch the movie.
My husband, he was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, so.
Oh, there you go. He's probably very big on everything's got to be right when he's watching the film.
He watched with me the movie Purple Hearts. That's on Netflix. I think that's right. Purple Hearts with Sophia in them. But anyways, there was a few things like the colors of the camo shirts or the uniform and stuff, like desert one and stuff, the pattern and then the pin and stuff. Nope.
Well, and I also
and he
need
made
to
points
say too
on that too.
Well, yeah, and you also need to make points too that there's certain things that actually movies cannot replicate.
Yep.
Like being officers or being, police officers and stuff like that. They have to distinct. They have to make it distinct. And so like sometimes you'll see like summer BDUs going into like winter camo or, war patches that are just like off. You're like, that's upside down. What are you doing, man?
Right.
Or sideways, and you're like, it's all crooked. Like, okay, your seamstress sucked.
So, what was your favorite film you've done so far?
My favorite film. To be honest with you, it's this documentary because it was the smoothest that I've ever, it's the smoothest set that I've ever been on. It was with friends. I trusted, no matter what happened, I like trusted their guidance. And it was for the very first time. I didn't have any anxiety. I was very well treated. I was very well compensated.
Nice.
Very well paid. The food was amazing. And anything that we wanted, that we needed was there. You know, it's pretty unheard of, actually. And so I had told my publisher, I'm like, so, you know, like, this heads up, like, this is the way it's supposed to go. You know, like, if I come out there, are we going to have this? And he's like, oh, you know, we'll figure that out when we get there. And afterwards, when we were done filming, he's like, you know, I learned a lot and from you, because I would take different things that I'd learned from different sets. Every set, no matter what you do, there's going to be good things and bad things that generally happen. You know, either time's running out or they're not catching the right angles or whatever. We haven't seen the aftermath yet of this. It comes out in theaters, or comes out in a theater in Tennessee, either November timeframe. I'm not sure, but we're getting flown back out to Tennessee, and I would say that this was the smoothest run, and it was also because it was about our lives. We could go off of each other and just kind of. What was nice is that we each gave each other space. So if she was talking, I respected that space, didn't interrupt. You know, made sure that she got what she needed to say out, and then she did the same for me. So there's a lot of times on sets that I find some people want to like be in the camera all the time, and it's like, you know, you can't really do that.
Yeah,
you know, it's not feasible, and you're not the movie. You know, it's like you can never make a movie from just yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be on like YouTube or something. Nobody's going to want to watch one thing. You know,
that's understandable. Do you guys have any questions?
So what was the longest movie you've done?
The longest film as far as like being on set?
Yeah.
Being on set, I was on set for between 14 and 15 hours. And in Las Vegas, my boots literally melted because it was 116 degrees.
Wow.
And so like at the end of it, like I was like clapping while I was like trying to walk. We had to get duct tape. So ghetto fabulous. We had to like duct tape our shoes, you know, and a couple other people's shoes melting right on set. And because I'm a nurse, you know, some people were dropping from the dehydration and stuff like that. So it was definitely an interesting set. It was very long, and I think that's what people don't see. They see the whole like movie, and they're like, "Oh, movie, this, that, the other." They don't realize like what all goes into a film and how long these sets are, and how much preparation you do. I mean, for not this last one, but the one before this, I had trained about a year and 2 months to make sure that I was in shape to get, you know, what I thought was going to be a scene that didn't end up happening. So I was like, I trained all that way for this, but hey, I look good in a photo shoot. So I mean, I just photo shoot, and I was like, hey, you know, at least it got that well. But during those sets, you know, you don't know how it's going to be run sometimes, and you literally sometimes have to just go with the flow. And sometimes it's kind of hard because some things don't run on time. Nothing ever ends when it's supposed to end, you know, and things come up, you know. So one thing might not be working and it might not fit the scene, or, you know, rain. There's just so many factors that kind of go into it, unless you're in like a studio where you can kind of forcefully manage some things. But even that wrong, you know, I mean, the lighting, or, you know, microphones go out, you know, so there's just different things that on set come up, you know. And then not to mention we're individuals, so sometimes people don't get along on set and they don't play nicely, you know. So you get that factor and you're like, holy shit, man, can you just pretend? I mean, aren't you supposed to be an actor? Can't you just pretend you like each other and then, you know, be done, like walk your separate ways, you know? But in independent filming, I think it's a lot different than some films too. And it also depends on if you're getting paid to be there or if you're paying to be there. Because a lot of independent films, people don't really understand, you're paying for your role. So when you get there, you have to pay for your role, transportation, food, expenses, and everything else that comes with it, and your costumes and stuff like that. So there's a lot that's involved in that section that people don't realize. And they're like, oh, I want to be in a film. I'm like, well, what kind of film do you want to do? You know, like that's just really general. If you're an independent filming, they're like, well, I don't want to have to pay. And I'm like, well, good luck on getting your future started, because you're going to pay either way. You're going to pay for a teacher, which I did. I paid a lot of money for my teachers. You're going to pay for voice coaching. You're going to pay for all these things. And then you got to pay for headshots, and you got to pay, you know, different angles and different things. What I would say about the independent filming, when you do pay, is if it turns out well enough, you'll get a reel, you know, so you'll be able to put things in together, which means a reel means like you put your scenes together that you've done in either a couple different films or that film that you've done. And you want it to last about a minute and a half. You don't want to bore anybody. So you want like the best scene that you did and the best cuts that you did, so that people can see your range. So if you've done a couple different films, you don't want to kind of put in the same scene for the whole thing. You kind of want a variability. Like if you did a comedy and then you did a horror, you'd want to put those actually together so that they can see that your range is a comedy and horror. If you just want to stick to the horror genre, then you kind of splice those horror movies that you've done together. You kind of want maybe 3 of the things that you've done, or just different scenes or different things that basically show a range of how you can be, whether it's psychotic, crazy, hilarious. You know, you just kind of want that range so people can see, like, are you a good
what you
actor?
can change? Yeah.
You know, can I play with you? You know.
So what's your favorite?
Do you play knives?
Right.
So what is your favorite genre of movies to be in?
I like comedy and action.
Comedy and action?
I really love action, and I love to laugh. So for me, when I'm doing comedy, especially if I can do improv or do something called what's called taxi cab, it's an improv scenario where you're like, yes, and you're just coming off the beats. You know, you're just sometimes the most fun that you'll have is improv, and you'll be like, you know, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna go on paper, we're gonna do the exact words that you memorized, and then off camera you're just messing around sometimes, and they catch it and they're like, oh wait, let's get that one, let's get that, go back, let's do that again, you know. Or sometimes they like the idea of what you've done, sometimes they're not so much into that idea, sometimes they want you to go exactly by the script. And that's fair, because as a writer, I wouldn't want my stuff changed either, because there's certain things that you want the audience to get. And if you have somebody switching all your lines, it's like, look, dude, you just switched everything and the meaning wasn't there. Or the scene changed because you interpreted it this way and it was this way. So it just depends, you know, on how the film is being done, who's directing it, and who's producing it as well. And then who you're acting with, you know, and your scene partner, because sometimes that can make or break you, you know, like if you guys are trying to figure things out, or if you've never met before and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, and cut, you know, or go, you know, you never know who you're going to be acting with sometimes in these independent films. And you just show up to set and then, you know, there you go. So I kind of like to fly off the seat of my pants. I'm gonna go with the flow. Anyway, so you could throw me in whatever scenario and I'm gonna try to figure it out. You know, like I sometimes don't want to know who all that I'm working with, because it kind of takes I don't know, not the spice out of it, but for me, it kind of sometimes takes the like guessing game out of it, which sometimes is really good. And sometimes you just kind of want to just figure out like, what is this going to look like and how can I make this better? You know, make sure your character is set so that when you do go to set, you guys can make sure that you mesh. And sometimes I like to actually meet the person before I go on set so I can say, hey, you know, do you want to run these lines together, you know, a couple times? Do you want to, and I totally advise that, if you can. Some people, if you're working with a celebrity, they don't have time to be doing that. They're like,
Yeah.
things to do, and they get paid really well to arrive on set, do their scene, and get the heck out. So they don't really have time for all that. But with the other people that are like doing independent, if you have time to do scenes with each other, and you can get like either on a video chat or calls with each other, and you can kind of do your lines to each other, it kind of not only builds the momentum, but I think it builds the chemistry sometimes when you actually fit in. Like when I film with my friends, which this next film, and then I'm doing a film with Chase Dudley called A Widow's Oath, and I've got a couple friends that are actually going to be doing that one, and I'm going to be playing Noel G's sister, and it's going to be very fun. So Noel G was from Fast and Furious and Training Day.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Working with him. And our friend Nicole. So when you have friendships that have already been built, and you've known each other for so long, and you're like going with each other, you can kind of see that chemistry. Like some of the movies that you see with like Adam Sandler, you'll see that cast over and over and over again in different dynamics, but you could see that they are all true friends, and they are all chemistry
definitely.
is definitely,
that's a good example, definitely with
Adam
him.
Sandler.
Yes.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
I haven't seen many films that like you constantly use the same people, except for him.
His wife he uses his wife and his
daughters
kids in a few of them. Yeah.
So I mean, with him using all that, it's like so much chemistry that's going on that you can definitely tell that the years. I mean, they've been working with each other 15, 25 to 30 years of them. So I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Working with somebody.
Yeah, Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider, are really, really close, and he's the only one that actually believed in Rob because everybody else was pushing Rob away. Yeah, Andrew.
Well, so they're all together, and I can't remember what her production company is, but they've all been doing like background stuff too. So even though you might not see them in the film, you'll see the credits and the credit lines that are all kind of together, or one's helping the other produce each other's thing. So, they're helping each other out, which is, again, I think it's great when friends can help each other in that aspect, or at least try to help with, the funding is mostly the biggest issue that people come up with, because they're always asking for money, and some people just don't have it, and some people do have it, so and you don't want to keep reaching out to the same people. You want different people, not always the same, unless you have that group dynamics, or unless you have people that can bring people to your film. Like, you want to have good names on your film. It helps with something called distribution. And what that means is when your film is done, you want to put it on different capabilities like Apple or iBox or, Apple or Amazon. So different things, and Lionsgate. Lionsgate's expensive to get onto. So they just got bought out though, so I can't say what they are now, because I knew back then it was pretty expensive, but with the new owner, I don't know what the shift in dynamics has been, so I can't speak for them at this point. But with Lionsgate, it takes sometimes years just to get the films out, if you get your film out. So there's all these corrections that have to be made, and it has to fit certain guidelines. Otherwise, you're getting called back to do different things to fix the film. And it's quite expensive to fix those things. Sometimes they're $5,000 each time you try to fix something.
Wow.
And then to produce it, you're talking 12, 15 grand, sometimes $8,000, sometimes $30,000. So it just depends on who's actually distributing your stuff. So people are like, well, I want this out. It's like, no, okay, you gotta wait for everything to actually come on. Like, you want it to turn out right the first time. You don't want to have to go back and explain to people, oh, I should have done this, or oh, I should have took my time.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Or have any regrets, you don't want to look at it and be like, oh, this movie is shitty.
Right.
Don't watch my shitty movie. You know, you want to be like, hey, watch this.
Right.
But some people just watch the movie and they don't even care what it looks like. They just want to see you in it, you know? So, I mean, I've got friends that are like, I don't care what it looks like. I'm like, no, you will care. You'll be like gouging my eyeballs out after you're done. You know, don't watch that one. Yeah. How about watch this one? You know, and they're like, no, I want to watch this one. And I'm like, all right, well, don't come back to me and tell me you're bored or tell me you hate it. You know? I want to hear it. So but you know, they just want to see you, and they basically want to support you. And I've had friends that have known me since 8th grade, and they're really supportive, especially with what happened to me in 2014 and the events that have happened. I had to relearn how to walk. And if anybody out there knows my journey, you know, it's been a very long road to get to where I'm at now. But again, I even told a friend of mine, which I know it sounds bonkers, but I told him I would be tortured all over again for 4 straight months if I could meet you all over again. So I wouldn't have wanted to not meet this person in my life because he means that much to me. Right. And it wouldn't have happened had I not moved to Oregon and all these things kind of be circumvented, because I was a level 1 trauma nurse, and I was like hell bent on going into more trauma and work in the fields and doing whatever I could to get like wrecks. You know, I was like, I got the train wrecks. I got people that had like gunshot wounds and gang members fighting each other. And like, that was the kind of lifestyle that like I thought that I wanted, but my system got hijacked, and it was like, you can only do trauma for so long. Your body's kind of like, hey, man, chill the fuck out, you know? So, but with the film industry, it's kind of fun because then you can get your emotions out with no consequences, which is kind of cool. Right. Too. Especially like if you have like an anger scene, you know, like you can bring all that anger about, you know, from your past experiences. And if you're like supposed to take a baseball bat to a television or something, and, you know, that's kind of fun to me. I'm like, oh, like a room? Like you want me to do like a crash room? Yeah, I could do that.
Rage rooms, those are fun.
Rage room. I went to a rage room one day. I've never been in a rage room, but I hear all about it, and I'm like, that could be some good therapy. Because I know one day like back in the day when they had like VCRs and, you know, other laptops and stuff, my laptop wasn't working, so I literally, you know, started banging it on the ground, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should film some of this, you know? And I was like, this is how I got my rage out, and took a screwdriver to it and made sure it was like dunzo so we could get the information out of it. But it was fun.
So the movie you were talking about with the duct tape on the shoes and everything, would that by chance happen to be Clown Motel?
Yeah, that was Clown Motel 3 in Las Vegas. So there was a lot of good actors that were on that film set as well. And for my role, I got to basically create the clown that I wanted to. And my role was a vampire clown. Okay. And so I got to come out, and I bought a really cool costume, and I was with Joseph Kelly in one of the scenes. And basically it was kind of like he wrote it and directed and produced it. So it was kind of like everybody that came in pretty much came in as their clown that they wanted to. Right. And then for like Will Colazzo's film, I believe I'm either an agent or a sheriff. And as soon as I get the script, it'll be easier to you know, talk about that as well. But I'm really super excited because I actually worked with him. I want to say 2018 or 2019. We actually did something called, well, originally it was called Scream Bloody Murder. Now it's called Cheer Bloody Murder. And that one was really interesting too, because there were people from the 80s that they had hired on that were really well known. Yeah, like Different Strokes. Todd Bridges was on that one. Nice. The guy from Under the Stairs. I forget what his name was. Sean something. I can't. I'm really bad with names. But there's a lot of people that were really, really good in that film. And I got to do a scene with James Duval. He's been in a whole bunch of things. Yeah. Known as Jimmy. Got a really good fan base in his arena. Kelly Ryder. So, I mean, there's just a lot of people that were in that film that I got to work with Will Colazo on, and Julie Prescott, his now wife. And so that was really fun because there were certain scenes that me and Mike Ferguson got to like just do complete improv on. And then my friend Ozzy were, going back and forth. So that one, before my friend Joanna died, she and I also did a scene together. And there was just a lot of like going back and forth and having a lot of fun. And when I was able to do improv with Mike Ferguson, we had so much fun. There was a point in time where he was like smelling my hair and being creepy.
Ooh.
Like, dude, what are you doing, man? So, and then at one point, I think, I don't know if they'll show it or not, but I don't know the context of it, but basically they had said, we want you to dance. And I was like, well, okay. So then I took a broom and I was just dancing with it. And I was like, well, nobody's here to slap my ass. So I was like slapping my own ass and basically dancing. It was just fun, And like I said, when you have people that you've been friends with for a little bit, at least you kind of just go off of each other, and
right.
Feed off of each other.
So it's in Lionsgate. I have no idea when it's actually being when it's going to come out. Nobody usually knows unless, I don't know, when Lionsgate gives them the heads up, and I don't know when that is. So maybe next year. We're hoping at some point it will come out. I've been told that it's going to be coming out, so be on the lookouts for that one. It's called Cheer Bloody Murder, and that one hopefully will get people laughing at different parts of it. It is a horror film, but then it's also like some things are just funny outright, just the people that are in it.
Well, a lot of your 80s style horror movies were comedy.
Right.
I mean, Evil Dead, Freddy, Chucky. I mean, there were tons of funny parts that were in there.
Yeah.
Chucky.
I liked Nightmare on Elm Street. I know it gave me nightmares when I was young, but I really, really liked it still.
Robert was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Robert's still amazing. I think didn't he get a star on the Hollywood?
Yes.
Something.
Yep. Yeah, the Hollywood, the walk or whatever.
Little street or walk that is by Chinatown or something
Walk
like that.
Walk of Fame thing.
Yeah,
Walk of Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got one.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good, and I mean, he well deserved. Just like I would have loved to, like, people ask me, like, who would, if you had a dream person that you could have worked with, I would love to work with Robin Williams. I'd like to work with the Vikings cast, Catherine Winnick and Travis Fimmel. Those are like the two main characters, alive characters that I'd really, really want to work with still. I mean, if I can get in contact with Catherine Winnick or Travis Fimmel's in Australia, and Catherine Winnick sometimes in the United States and sometimes Canada. So if anybody knows who they are and they can get me a contact, that'd be great. Because my book is actually dedicated to the whole Vikings cast.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen Vikings yet. I've got to check it out.
Oh yeah, you've got to see that one. It's on Amazon Prime, and there's what's called Vikings. Then there's Vikings Valhalla, and there's another one that my friend is in, and it hasn't come out yet, but it will be coming out soon. So be on the lookouts for that. Same writer, Michael Hurst, amazing, did Game of Thrones. So my friend was in Game of Thrones, How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, this new one called Blood Axe, Vikings Valhalla, and a couple others that I can't remember right now. But it's a really, really, if you haven't seen the Vikings, that one, if you're into like old history that's kind of violent and really like amazing choreography and amazing writing, it blew me away. I mean, I think I've watched it over like 40 times. Whole, the whole series again and again and again. So it definitely is the only one that I've ever been able to like watch over and over and over again and never get tired of it.
Nice. Yeah, my wife actually got me into. I guess the music is called Viking dubstep.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
It's the band. A person you can check out is Ravencore.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. It's really good. Or Bob the Eliminator, I think his name is. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of just old Viking like raw sound, but you have it's not techno because it's not that weak. I would have to say dubstep
Okay.
because it does the bass hits really hard when they do it.
Oh, like dance, like kind of dance music with it.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I always love the kind of music that I can shake my ass to.
Right.
Got to keep it moving.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So that was one of the questions I was going to ask you was on your bucket list of who you would want to work with. So that kind of
Catherine Winnick and Travis Fimmel. Everybody, if you hear me, those are the two I still want to work with. Travis Fimmel and Catherine Winnick. Even if I could just see them and work with them for like, I don't know, an hour.
An hour? Nice fun.
If I got to just say, hey, how you doing?
So who have you like worked with that you were kind of schoolgirl giddy over of meeting? Nobody yet?
No, because I guess maybe because my nursing side maybe kicks in. I don't really put anybody on a level below or above me because I think that once you do that, you can get in trouble. And I've never really been nervous to work with anybody, to be honest with you. I've kind of just
really
no, I just haven't. You know, it just not that I'm like, oh, I'm so good, this, that. I just don't get nervous about meeting people because my nursing hat always comes back on first. You know, I end up doing assessments on them first. And I'm like, oh, how you doing? Check them out. You know, how's your health? You know, I end up talking about their health first. You know, and then I talk about, oh yeah, I got to get back to the film part. Yes, what are we doing now? But I'm sure maybe there might be somebody I'm giddy over, but I just haven't met them yet. I guess it would be Travis Fimmel and Catherine Winnick. Maybe if I got to work with them, I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't be nervous. I would just be excited. So the exhilaration would come before the anxiety would come. Gosh, that's a good question. Who am I giddy over? Nobody.
So you said Catherine Winnick was in Game of Thrones?
No, she was in Vikings.
Oh, Viking. Who was in Game of Thrones?
Her friend.
Game of Thrones is a friend of mine was in all of the series of Vikings, Valhalla, and then he was in Game of Thrones as well as an extra.
Oh, as an extra. Do you know what character or just an extra?
Well, it's not just an extra. I mean, you have to he got paid to be there.
Well, yeah, so, no, like what I mean, like I'm just trying to figure out like the character.
She's a big Game of Thrones.
I watched Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, so that's why I asked.
Oh yeah, he was. He did House of Dragons too. I can't remember. He's mostly like he was the calmer one. So there's either like the fighters and the people that kill and be killed, or there's like the
villagers,
countrymen, and he was always in the village. He was the one. If you watch the very first one, there was like a lamb or a sheep on a stick. And he's got like really, really white beard. Kind of looks like Santa Claus, actually. And he's in like you could see like each, if you watch Vikings, each series and each number, you'll see him in it. You know, if you look close enough. So, yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
Going back to who I'd be giddy with, I genuinely have no idea. There are some people still that I would love to work with. That are still out there. You know, it just comes to mind different people that have like made a difference in this world as well. It are other people that I would like to meet, or somebody that's been so accomplished that it hasn't gone to their head. I like working with people that are down to earth, that haven't been like jaded. I kind of would like to maybe meet Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck, maybe because they were in that Good Will Hunting movie, and I loved that with Robin Williams, and I really loved that one. So maybe I'd like to meet them. I'd really like to meet Julia Roberts, actually. That would be kind of fun.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ben Affleck and them were in the Mallrats and stuff like that with Kevin Smith's movies.
Oh, okay. They were just also in this movie about the police taking, basically it was somebody who is caught taking the money. Gosh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was on Netflix and it was really good. Their dynamics together is really, really good.
Yeah.
Was it called No,
I can't think of it,
remember,
but I know what you're talking about.
And the Wahlbergs. I'd like to, hang out with the
Wahlbergs. Yeah.
Like the Four Brothers. Oh my God, that movie was that movie was awesome. I kind of just I like intense movies too, like Jason Bourne with Matt Damon, or Bourne Identities. Any of those, I was just fascinated with, because you just never knew how it was going to go until you got towards the third and fourth and fifth, and you're like, okay, here we go, But it was so fun.
Finally end.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch the very first one to see oh wait, there's the dynamics of this. Oh, okay.
It's kind of like Fast and the Furious. They're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so they did this. That's a good idea. And then seriously, will you guys give it up?
Or Scream. I think there's 50 Screams or 50 Halloweens
wow.
by now.
Yeah.
They're actually making a new Halloween too.
Of course.
Wow.
Another one, and I don't even know what they're going to be doing with that one.
Somebody's coming back to life, of course.
Apparently.
They're going to die, and then they're just going to magically appear.
Right?
Mm-hmm. They got burned to death. You saw them going into the ground. But they're alive now. They just crawled their way up.
Yep.
That's the great thing about horror films, is you can just pick out, and, if you're using your imagination, you can kind of just go wherever you want to go with it.
Somebody used a resurrection spell and brought them back from the dead.
Oh, there you go.
Necronomicon.
Come out from the grave like this. See their hand just all pop up.
Do you use any little people in your stuff?
Well, I'm not the one creating the films, so I would imagine.
Have you worked with any other little?
Have you worked with any little people?
Did you work? Was Martin in Clowns?
I don't think so, but
I know he was in 2. I don't remember if he was in 3 or not.
I don't think so. I personally have not. I've worked with short people, but they've been so I'm 5'2", and some people consider that short. Probably is little people 3 feet? Is that considered what's considered a little people?
Like having dwarfism, so 4 foot, between 4'6", 4'6" and
under.
Oh well, hey, I'm close to that. I'm only 5'2". So I might be part of the little people society. So yeah, I've worked with myself. I genuinely like to joke around. I know.
No, that's good. That's okay.
Good. That's okay.
Yeah, I want to say that there's a guy named Sean Phillips who has worked with little people.
Okay.
I want to say, was it Lost Media or Desert Fiends? I think him and Nicole might have used them. I know that in Las Vegas, there's actually little people wrestling or something like that.
Oh yeah, little
yeah.
And I've never, like I said, I've never seen it live. I think
it's fun.
Because some people get really mad. They're like, oh, you're making fun of us, and it's like, well,
I've done it. I've done it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Was it fun for you to actually get thrown around, or?
Oh yes, you get thrown. Yes, yes, you get thrown around. You get trampled on. You get thrown. You get body slammed, slapped. The slaps are the worst. Those are like the realest of real.
Oh, they are real. Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought they were.
yes,
That's not
like, whew.
One of our friends, they're on FaceTime or whatever with us, and they showed like after their show, they had a huge slap mark. Remember, Kelly? They had a huge slap mark on their chest.
Chop.
Like you could,
Had like,
you could see the handprint and
like,
everything.
Yeah,
That's
the
going a
Yeah.
little
hand
far.
chops. Yeah, those
That's
are
going a little bit
real.
much. I mean, acting
But
is
it's
just
fun.
that. Yeah, but I don't know. If you're getting hurt,
They sign up for it though. They sign up for
okay,
it.
they
know.
fully know ahead of time.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
okay,
Yes. It's all scripted. So mostly.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, do you at least like get a
Yes,
heads
it's all
up? 'Cause I mean,
scripted.
I didn't have a problem with things.
They know.
I would be like, my brain would like go back into military mode. Like, did you just?
Woo!
Yeah, group
All of a sudden, I'm doing a combat sport, and they're like,
the group
that
you're
wasn't
talking
part of
about
the
was
script.
Billy's.
Go to skip to the script.
Yeah, the group she's talking about is Billy Blades.
Oh, okay.
It's they're actually the ones that are on WWE right now.
Yep,
Mindy
Micromania. Micromania.
Like they were on like SummerSlam.
Oh, so if you ever do want to do independent filming and you do want to like quote unquote pay for your role, Sean C. Phillips does work with a lot of little people. Does work.
Okay.
With I forget what the guy's name is. I'm not good with names, you guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
He
okay.
works with them, a couple of them. I forget his name, but yeah, it just depends. I mean, I also the reason I signed up with Chase Dudley is because I wanted to not just get out of the horror because I don't want to get stuck in one genre, but I've done comedy, horror. I did one that was action, and then another one where I was basically a thief breaking into a car.
Oh.
And it was up in Portland. That was a fun shoot. That one lasted all through the night, and I was bonkers by the time I was done because it was like
I bet.
dead tired. It was like show up at crack 30 and then leave at crack 30. So it was like
Ew.
Yep.
yeah. So they're long hours, and so you got to be prepared for that as well, and then just bring extra layers, if you're gonna be cold and hot. But yeah, I definitely would like to do a comedy just because I like to laugh. So I mean,
yeah,
just something that would be fun, or so there's other scenes like I told somebody I actually want to kill somebody and be killed. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be killed or be, if I get to kill somebody in the next film or not. I get to go with the flow, because it's not my writing. But I've had people ask me like, so what do you want to do next? And I'm like, well, after Chase Dudley's film, I'm going to, realign and think that, if I want to make sure that it's still fun and I still want to do it, but I still want to be killed and I still want to kill somebody.
yes.
It is a comedy,
and not get in trouble for it.
Right.
So what would be your ideal kill? How would you do it? How would you want to kill somebody?
It would be with an object. And then I would be like almost decapitating their head where there would be like half their like veins and stuff getting ripped out. And then their body and torso just getting like dismantled and mangled. And then have like body parts just flying everywhere.
Wow.
An arm maybe just get popped up in my face or something. Some limb just like bonks me in the face, and leaves like some blood marks or something. Has blood like all over my face. In my mouth. Just like
So you go for the ultimate kill right there.
No, that's a Mortal Kombat kill.
You're gonna go for it all.
Oh yeah.
Not just
put your head. I want to be like that.
Yeah, that's a straight up finish him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that would be fun for me. And then if I was to die, how would I die? Let's see. Let's do a role reversal. I want the death scene to be epic. I don't want to just get strangled or something like that. I want it to be like gory and gnarly. Yeah, I'm like spurting blood on my freaking neck. maybe even out of my ears, out of my eyeballs and stuff. Just
The eyeballs would be good.
that'd be sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You know James
Yes.
Balsam?
Y'all, you are some morbid people. Wait.
Right. Well,
You did ask me how I wanted to die.
Right? Hey, I'm totally okay with everything. And we're unrated, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Do you know James Balsamo?
Yeah.
He would be the one that would do it. We just had him on the show not too long
He's
ago.
done, I think, over like 200 films now.
No.
Yeah,
He
no.
has done 1,000 exactly.
Oh, okay. 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
just hit
over
1,000.
200.
Still.
Yeah, when we had him on the show, he was 975, and within 3 days, he did 25 films.
That's
Wow.
nuts.
Yeah,
Wow.
he is a busy bee.
Yeah, that's
But he would be.
I would need my me time. I need a little bit of like me time, like
Just to
not away from people, just to like break and so I don't like go off.
Yeah.
So I don't go off on people.
yeah, rejuvenate time. But you know what?
Yes.
If that's like you're living, then I mean, if you're having fun, the thing is when you're doing something that you really enjoy, it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
So sometimes the time goes by fast. Like when I'm at my real job as a nurse, hours go by and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go. You know,
I need to take a break. You know,
every hour. You know that, right? Like questions, got more. And some people they don't care. They just talk my ear off, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna be here until you're done asking me questions. You know, and sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's 5 hours. You know, and
oh Lord,
sometimes I don't even bill the whole thing. So I'm like, well, it needed to get done. And sometimes I'll just, bill it for like 2 hours when it was really 5 hours. So it just depends on what I'm doing.
So,
Right.
Okay, we've got 9 minutes, and there's 2 things that I want to ask you. Number 1,
Oh, okay.
what is your favorite top 3 pies?
What's my top 3?
Favorite pies.
Favorite
pies?
pies?
Oh my God, I can peach pie, blueberry pie, and apple pie.
Dang it, Apple keeps getting wins.
Yes, apple.
Because I made an apple peach cobbler for this documentary. That was what I actually made. I made a bison vegetable mix, and then for dessert, I made like I love peach cobbler. Oh my God, you put like peach cobbler crumb in my face, and I'm like, oh my God. So I did peach and apple together, and oh my God, that was like dream world together.
Is it just the shape? Is that the difference between cobbler and pie?
No, so cobbler is like different like dough that's kind of put into its like on top, whereas pie is all over the top and the bottom or just on the bottom. Crumble is usually made out of oats, butter, flour, sugar, and cinnamon.
Okay.
Yep.
At least mine was anyway. And it was bomb. I mean, I made one that was like the biggest casserole I could. It was gone.
It was gone.
And it wasn't just me eating it.
I was going to say, how much did you have?
No, I had a lot. I thought I had a lot. I made sure that my helping was very, very like, well, if I'm going to make it, I got to make sure nobody dies. So I got to make sure I eat it.
You got to test it.
Yeah, I got to test it. Got to be the test crash.
So if you had young, inspiring actors and writers and stuff like that wanted to get started, what would be your message to the world?
I would encourage them, if they're writing, to write different genres. And if they were just wanting to kind of step into any of the filming or drama or acting, I would honestly say start with improv. And I actually had this conversation with somebody yesterday because he said, I was at the gym and, he is a good friend of a friend of mine. And he's like, hey, I just, was telling Joe, like, I really want to get into acting. And I'm like, oh, good. My friend does improv. When you go back to Arizona, check this out, like get into an improv group. He's like, what's improv? So I explained it to him. And like,
Mhm.
the reason I like improv the most at this point in time is you get to go through all of these emotions and you're playing off somebody else. So there's something called taxi cab, and you're literally like, yes, and. So there's no like negative. There's no like, no, I'm not doing this, because then the scene's over, and that's boring.
Yeah.
So you want to just, yes, and, and then you just keep building upon that. And then for me, dealing with a bunch of trauma, I needed to go through all of those emotions. And a friend of mine was actually the one who got me into improv, because she's like, Mindy, I think that this would help you, not be so angry. And I was like, angry? I'm full of anger, and that's all I guessed was anger. It went from nothing to anger, and I had nothing in between. Whereas now, I've kind of lightened up, and it helped me literally understand what the emotions were. And then it also taught me how to explore those emotions again, because I was quite numb and shut off from what had happened to me.
Right.
It was quite harsh what happened to me. So there was no other way for my brain to understand people again. I had to really learn how people were again, and to be able to trust people. So improv, I would say, is the way to go. There are a bunch of acting lessons that you can do, and teachers. Sometimes they're overrated. So you just got to be careful, because there's a lot of scams out there too, unfortunately.
Right.
And if you like theater, I mean, people that love to do it in front of an audience, that's kind of cool, because then you get to see it live right there. You get the audience's feedback right away. So if things are funny, you'll get to know it right away. Kind of like stand-up comedy, that's like the most rawest form of like you're one-on-one with the audience. And if they're crickets, you're bombing, but if they're laughing and having a good time, at least, you're hitting the right spots, or the right timing. It's all about timing and what you're talking about too, and your crowd. It kind of depends on who your crowd is.
Right.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'm like, I think it just cut us off.
Huh?
I think it just cut us off.
No, we're still good.
It went
We're
like
still
this.
good. Oh, I don't know why I did that. We're still on though. But yes, I really appreciate everything. Is there anything you want to plug before we hang up?
Yes. Resilient Warrior.
Ooh.
And A Dragon's Voice. Both on Amazon.com. And if you can also write a review, that's very important. I'm trying to get it in more schools and police departments, and they genuinely look at the reviews to find out like what people like. And this book had to get, the title had to get changed. So all the old reviews on my first book, that was this one, kind of had gotten, like, I had to revise everything because I got rid of Amazon Prime, and so I had to start over. So now we're just looking for people to like write the reviews, and if they buy the book. And A Dragon's Voice, if you know anybody in your area that wants to get involved with me for getting with police departments or family advocacy groups, family centers, let me know. That'd be great.
Okay. We'll definitely stay in contact.
And then if you want me to work on your film, always.
That works.
Yes.
I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
We've hit our 1 hour mark, and I've got to stop. So we'll definitely stay in contact, and it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, you guys.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, and
Bye.
I'm pretty much open. So whatever anybody wants to do, depends.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. That is awesome. Thank you, dear. All right. Bye-bye.
Let's talk the big and small show. Let's talk the big and small show. Let's talk the big and small show. Big talk, bold walk, all facts. Let's talk the big and small show.